not change in front of you because it's recording and you'll have it forever.
Yeah, we don't need that. It's cool.
What you trying to say, man? What you trying to say? Like a double B cup up here, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you're built like an alligator.
Huh?
I said you're built like an alligator.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like a big rectangle body.
Oh, man. This t-shirt's too...
Hello, sailor.
Fuck off.
Nah, I can't
Where the fuck is Justin?
I'm here.
He's getting changed in the back.
I can't wear this t-shirt. I think this t-shirt's too small. Let's see what it looks like.
Wow.
What's going
With
on,
this
lad? Look at it.
Oh.
Between us, this is what are they called? The ones that did the YMCA.
It's alright, I'll change.
That's where if you two wear this combination of outfits, I'm gonna make both of you stickmen in the edits. Literally gonna draw a picture of both of you and just put you in.
Oh gosh.
I don't know what to do.
This visual just got really gay.
like as soon as Justin sat down, in my head is like.
Oh,
How
Bob, you contributed to half of that.
How dare you say that?
Bob, we were halfway there just because you wore that little sailor vest. We were halfway there.
How about
Then
you
we
shut
got
your
all
mouth?
the way there when Justin sat down.
I was a sailor for 4 years, fam. I've got justification.
All right, man. All right.
I was in the Navy.
Mate, I
In
told
the
you,
Navy.
Justin weren't trying to hide any of the guns either. It was proper revealing all of it.
My death, sir. My alligator body.
Oh, here we go. That's better.
That alligator body, gosh. I spend most of my free time drawing alligators and be like, oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Why are you changing, Bob? Oh, my days. Okay, all right. Okay, would you be better if you were pointing up slightly?
Spent £73.
Yeah, it's
nice and
necessary.
order.
All right, back to being heterosexual.
Woo! We there.
It's just closeted.
It's so funny what clothes can do to someone. You know that? Like, that's so mad.
It is, but people still feel like they have to fucking get surgery because they feel like a woman.
That's crazy, man.
Yo,
Ah, well.
Justin, you're about to get disturbed, so let's kick it off.
Cool. Okay. So have we done an intro or are we not doing that?
All right, look. This is top 5 where we choose our top 5 of anything and everything. Justin's going to come today with the subject that we're going to be top 5 in. Kick it off. Go ahead, Justin.
Quite nice, So, one of the top 5s that I've been thinking about, right, is the top 5 jobs that you'd want to do if you weren't doing what you do.
Wow, you just made that so deep real quick. Like, if you were better at life, what would you be doing?
No, not even like that at all. Just more about,
Do you know
like, just more about those kind of like, you know, somebody's always going, oh, you know, I really wanted to be a chef because of whatever. Just like top 5 jobs.
Yeah. I hear you.
Well, we could do another one. I've got another one. We could change.
No, that's cool. I can go along with that.
Okay, cool. Should I start?
Yeah, it's your thing.
Okay, cool. I will start, no particular order as well, right?
Yeah.
one of my jobs was sports therapist. I always wanted to be a sports therapist. I think growing up, it was more obviously like obsession with football, wanting to see the football players and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I
You
really
look like you fully all the way gave up on the dream, like on that dream.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be a sports therapist anymore. But when I was
You
when I
threw
was
that
growing
dream
up,
right in the bin.
I wanted to be actually not a therapist. I wanted to be a sports physio. That's what I wanted to be.
I'm sorry. What's wrong?
Oh,
Hello? Jordan, what's the matter?
She started off with deep breath.
No, you're speaking too slowly. You either speak quickly or
Daddy,
leave.
can you come downstairs?
For what?
Can you watch Simpson?
Where's your mum?
Mommy's in the kitchen making pasta for
Then
dinner.
you just wait for her. Shut the door.
Oh, that was such a passive slam.
I know,
It was
right?
like, I'm not gonna slam it, but I need you to know I'm frustrated.
Yo, do you know how when you were in school and your teachers were like, I know you could do so much better than this, and I don't know what you guys thought, but and I was always like, how do you know? This is the best I can do, so shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And they might have been right. Jordan's trying to convince me that she can't read.
Yeah,
You
no,
said
she
this
just
a while ago, innit?
she's
You said this to me a while ago.
She consistently does it. She learned how to read. She refuses to practice it. We get into it, and she knows what to do. She can read, but she wants to tell me, I can't do this. I can't read. It's just not gonna work. So yeah, we had beef this morning. I took out the fattest book. I'm like, just read one of these words, and you're not going anywhere until you do it. Anyway, sports therapist.
Did you win or?
She read a line of
just go to my large collections of books.
Instrumentation and Orchestration by Alfred Blatter. She read one line from this book, and she read a really hard word, a really big word that I had to question myself as to whether I was pronouncing it right. She got it, like, she did it.
That's dope.
And then would walk away from that saying, I can't read though.
Yeah. Maybe it's a thing where she knows if she submits to it, you're gonna make her do more of it. It's like there's a kind of a logic. It's the same way that I was saying to you about my niece.
She's an evil genius.
Do you know what? Just because I know her personality, it is it's absolutely a confidence thing. Like she doesn't know that she can read because she doesn't do it easily and fluently. Which just because she doesn't practice. She's been reading at the same. No, she reads better than she has been reading, but her level hasn't increased too much for a while. And it's just because she just feels like I'm not going to do it right, so I'm not going to do it.
Kids.
Sounds about right.
Yes, sports physio. I keep saying the wrong word. Physiotherapist. That's what I'm thinking.
Physiotherapist.
Yeah. Sorry.
You just
want
want
for that.
You can rub up footballers. Is that your plan?
That was my plan growing up because I really wanted to be a sports physiotherapist, which is what they do. But they're not rubbing up footballers; they're massaging their muscles.
It's a lot more technical than that.
Sure. So much more technical.
Just rubbing the glutes.
No, not necessarily the glutes. There are other muscles.
But lifting them and patting them too, just making sure they're all right. Come on, Bob.
No, see, I think it was. Do you know what? It was just the I saw. I think when I was growing up, I saw them as like kind of miracle workers. I always used to be quite obsessed with the whole kind of sponge and water thing. Never quite understood it.
Oh yeah, the magic sponge.
They must have magic. They must be able to, like, they're alchemists to that, like, sense of like, oh, we're gonna make this person better again. I'm like, yeah. So and it's the whole caring for people, looking after people kind of nonsense. So I was like, I went through a phase where I just really wanted to do it. So much so, I think I actually chose PE as one of my A levels. And yeah,
I did PE for A level.
Yeah, it was hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what I got. I did the test, but I have no idea what the results were.
Yeah, man, that was hard. I just thought, oh yeah, we're gonna be running around and doing things. No, biology. It's like, oh
Oh
man.
yeah, it's like there's definitely a science to it that a lot of people don't acknowledge. It's just like, yeah, well, anyone could be a PE teacher. You just get the balls out and then
Nah,
you
not
give them
true.
to teachers.
You know, I felt that way when I started studying music, and it was annoying because I was surrounded. Okay, so
What
I
did you
was with
say?
people. I felt similarly
Oh,
when I started studying music,
okay, gotcha.
because a lot of the people that were studying music, it looked like they just thought it was going to be. They took it because they couldn't do anything else.
Right.
At least that looked like that's what their mentality was. No, specifically the black people who were taking it.
Mm.
They all looked like they thought they couldn't do anything else.
Right,
So they
yeah.
took music because they had a bit of talent. And I was like there, I'm about to study and be the most amazing musician ever.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And you are. Woo.
Well, here we
Yeah.
are. Physiotherapist. All right, man.
That's one of my
All right,
five.
Bob.
All right, okay, that's how we do it. Okay. So if I wasn't doing this, I think I would like to be a chef. I really, really enjoy cooking. I like in my personal nature, I like making people happy, and the joy that comes from making a meal. That
You're an absolute people pleaser.
I know is such an insecurity.
It's annoying as well because I'm like, I have no idea if I can't tell if this is how you feel or is this how you want me to feel, or this is what you want me to think you feel because you want me to be happy.
I feel like it.
Or
Like,
is this how you feel, or is this what you think I want you to feel?
oh no! It's not that. It's not like I'm trying to force your feelings. I would prefer if I make a meal and you think it tastes like crap, you're honest with me so I can do better. But it's self-serving in the sense of the same reason why I did comedy was because when I get a bunch of people laughing, I feel good because of the positive vibes and whatever the happiness that they're feeling was caused because of me. So I don't know. It could be an ego thing as well. Maybe I'm just egotistical maniac that just thrives on sucking people's energy. But no, I really enjoy cooking. Like even just for me. Like if I cook a meal, like when I'm making meals for just myself, I can be fully free. But the challenge that comes with trying to prepare a meal for somebody else that isn't me is satisfying in the sense of this isn't what I would make for me, but I've made something that you are happy with. When I cook a meal and then someone goes back for seconds, I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I did that. But
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be like a Michelin chef. I would want to be like a food truck chef where there's no guarantee that it's going to taste the exact same way. There's a theory in place, but it's not like I'm always going to put like a little drizzle of pea soup and beef bourguignon or whatever. I would never, ever in my life make anything less than medium. If I was cooking steak, it's going to be medium or well done. In between, that's the range you have to go. You have to medium rare, medium, medium well, medium like full on burnt. I would like to cook for people. I want a food truck where I can mess around and come up with my own concoctions.
Okay.
So, like, do you know the Instagram page Twisted?
Nope.
Like, they do variations of traditional meals and stuff, and they just twist it a little bit. So it's not the official way. Like when I make spaghetti bolognese, I might put a little bit of curry sauce just to make it because I don't like that whole tomato-y taste. Just like some people just prefer spaghetti and tomato. I want some more flavor in my bolognese. So I would put a little twist on it always. That's the kind of chef. I'd be a twisted chef. That's my career.
Twisted chef in a food truck, serving highly seasoned.
Well, you know,
beef patties.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme the other day where it says it took a whole like Disney Disney made a whole movie about having a rat trying to teach white people like Ratatouille. Like it said they took Disney a whole movie. Holy shit! Why didn't he mute us?
I just
I
want to
can
hear
hear
him
you still. I hear
competing.
you guys still, by the way.
I know you can. I know.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep in the conversation as well. Sorry, go on.
Okay, you're trying to keep up. No, just mute your mic if you
No,
can.
leave him alone.
You know, it's not talking to me, and it's talking to the mirror, not me, idiots.
I don't know. I feel like you're getting in trouble. It's like, why did you take out the meat? You've been here all day doing nothing. Nothing.
Self-isolation. You've been here too. You take out the meat. Imagine telling your mum you take out the meat. Are you mad?
Oh, mate. Listen. The other day, I was in the living room and I was like, Nathan, why's your food still here? Why's your plate still here? Like, when you finish, just take it to the kitchen. And I grabbed his stuff and I went to the kitchen, and then Mum looked at me and she left her plate as well. She's gonna shout at me as well. And I was like, "This isn't how this works."
Yeah.
I talked down to him because he's younger than me. You talked down to me. I'm trying to teach him good things, and he was like, "Oh, so you're gonna talk smack to me?" And I was like, "Ah." And then the only thing I could do was, "You too, Mum." I grabbed the plate and ran to the kitchen.
That happened.
Okay, I can't tell if Justice responded to us or responded to
No, I was responding to you. I was.
angry Nigerian lady in the back.
He's actually from Sierra Leone, but whatever.
It doesn't matter.
It matters. Don't be so racist. Of course it matters. Pardon me, sir. Civilly only lady.
No. What did you just say? Civilly only.
I think.
What did you say, Daniel? Say it again.
No.
What do you mean no? Say what you said.
No.
You said don't be racist. You said don't be racist and say the country that she's from.
Sometimes the best way to not be racist is to be silent.
Okay. I acknowledge that. I appreciate that.
Oh dear.
Is she taking the meat out herself?
Huh? It's not about meat.
That's the worst one. When they say,
on.
"Oh, you didn't take out the meat," and they do it themselves, and it's just like, what's going on with my life? I don't even know. I feel like I should pack a bag and leave.
You kind of feel like the beating's offset because she did it herself, and it's maturing. Like the beating is somewhere of like maturing, like in the cupboard, or the beating.
Like while she's waiting for the meat to fall, she puts her hand in the freezer to make the hand harder when she slaps.
And the other hand on the fire to heat it up just to make it burn.
Just. You'll get this fire and ice. I can give you that Game of Thrones slap.
Keep it all balanced.
Oh, the yin and yang discipline.
Are you still with us, Justin? You couldn't take it. He's gone.
We might have lost him in the toilet. He's like, is he on a Bluetooth thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was my thing? Yeah, a twisted chef. That was my thing.
Alright.
I think you should wait for him to get back, or at least be within range for your one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think my twisted chef is number one.
Don't worry. I mean, it might be number one in the list when I write it down, but just anybody who's listening, understand that this is not that we haven't ordered our lists. We've just
top 5.
We've just got this, just the top 5. You know, in no specific order. This is our top 5.
Why are you patronizing them? Why are you patronizing them? Why are you doing the dad voice? I'm
speaking clearly.
No, there's a certain tone that you've taken.
If you feel.
Oh yeah, now this is Daniel. This is Daniel because you come with the agginess. If you feel like I'm talking down to you, that's your own personal insecurities, sir.
Then you got some insecurities to work on. You see, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Does it count if I don't open my hand all the way?
Oh, I don't know. Some people can't. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, so I'm doing a lot right now. Most of it's around music. Some of it's around more than music, but it's all mostly around writing.
Sorry.
So there's a lot of jobs I'm just gonna have to eliminate from this conversation because I'm kind of already doing them. The first thing I ever wanted to do.
Can I pause you?
Go on.
I don't know why you would have to eliminate them because it's not the primary or the sole thing that you're doing.
Wait, why?
So even if
I'm doing lots of things.
he's got his fingers in lots of pies.
But I'm
So the alternative. So I wouldn't. It's such an idiot.
he's like the child, isn't it?
I wouldn't want to say that I would do this if I wasn't doing this because I am doing this.
Right. It's the top 5 things that you would be doing if you weren't doing this.
Exactly. I'm doing all of these things, so I'm going to eliminate these things.
Oh,
the top 5.
right. Okay.
The rest of the world.
You are Daniel Blocks. Do you know what I mean? You're just anybody. Get me?
Yeah.
But you're still you having those things where you had interest as a youngster and things that you were like, you know what, maybe I could have gone far with that, but you just didn't.
Okay, look. First job I ever wanted to do when I realized it could be a job was a comedian.
That's funny.
The idea of going on stage and going on stage and telling people that I can sing, I can handle that. Going on stage and telling people that I am funny is a completely different scenario that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to. That's
I never tell people I'm
terrifying
funny.
idea.
I don't think I've ever gone on stage to tell people I'm funny.
No, but if you go on stage as a comedian, that's the statement that's being made. I am funny. And I'm not prepared to make that statement, even in action. Like I tell jokes, and it's obvious that I'm entertaining myself. Look at the way I'm laughing, guys. That joke was for me, and I enjoyed it. The idea of going on stage and being like, I got these jokes. Like, I don't know. I'd have to put on a persona or something. I don't know.
Oh, they ain't ready for these jokes. I know what you mean. It is a weird concept, I suppose. Like, but that's why it's also genius as well. Because if you tap into what people are thinking, but they can't put into words, then it becomes funny. You know. So.
Yeah. Oh, this is the thing as well. There's a lot of times where I hear the joke and I don't say it, much like most people are probably doing. But like you hear the joke, I think about extremes, and I'll go to the extreme of whatever circumstance I've just heard, and yeah, you can't say these things out loud. Like, even though it's I'm obviously not a paedophile, but there are paedophile jokes that are hilarious.
Whoa! What about you makes it obvious you're not a paedophile because you have children?
Okay, but I mean, I guess it's not obvious. Maybe that's what the issue is. It's not obvious. It's not obvious that.
And I think that's where the grayness comes. Like, you've got black and white. This is a joke. It's inappropriate, but it's funny. And then there's this shouldn't be said. And there's the gray area. And it's like, we shouldn't joke about it, but it happened, and everything can be made fun of. But like, no one can look at you and say he's not a paedophile. It's like, hold on, wait. He's got that whole kiddie van with child seats in it, and there's no children in it. Someone would be like, "What's he doing?"
If I was confident I had the talent and the then that would help me find the confidence, and that was the first job I ever wanted to do, and I'll put that on the list as one of the alternative jobs that I'd like to take if I wasn't a musician / XYZ.
Do you know what? I'm gonna put that on my list as well.
Comedian.
Because obviously
wait,
I've
you
done.
can't put it on your list.
Why? I'm not doing it.
But you've done it though.
No, but I stopped for reasons that I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, but I don't think that's fair to put it on your list though.
I kind of feel the same.
Well, fuck you, take it off my list then. Shit.
Do you know what? There's one of the things that I would say.
Stuff like that makes you funny, and that's why it can't go on your list.
Oh, you dickhead. You prick.
Do you know what? I'll ask a question. I'll ask a question to help figure this out. You are an actor.
Yes.
do you feel that quitting acting puts being a comedian back on the table for you? Or is it something, is being a comedian something that can run in parallel work within being an actor? I mean, I don't ever feel like you've ever really stepped away from comedy, even though you're not doing comedy sets.
Mm-hmm.
It's always seemed like it's still a part of what you're doing. You're not trying very hard to do it, but you're still doing it.
Okay.
So I would feel uncomfortable for putting it on your list, because I'd still say that you were still doing it. It's just
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like the president finishing his 4-year term and going back and saying, "Oh man, my dream job would be to be the president." It's like, you're always going to be a president. We're always going to call you a president. There are factions and people that know you, that you have been presidential, that they'll only see you as being a president. So I see it as a kind of like the same thing. There's so many people that you've made laugh, that you brought joy to them and stuff, and there are people that don't know you as who you are, and they know you as a comedian. They're like, oh yeah, I remember you did comedy. Yeah. What's he doing now? Still doing comedy.
Okay.
Like,
I feel very inflated now, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. It felt like it was sort of like an intervention of some sort. It was like, no, you can't say that. No. Okay. But yeah, okay. So in that sense, you've made sense. So I'll take comedy off the list. It's like I just, for me, having done the stand up, having succeeded, failed, and just had the experience, it's like, all right, cool, I've done it, but I'm not doing it. That's why I would say it would be on the list. But given the reasons you just said, it's like, you're right. I am still a comedian. I'm just not touring or doing shows or whatever. So scratch that. Fuck your slow caps, you fucking dickhead. I hope you choke on a boiled egg.
do you know what? There's half a boiled egg in the fridge, and I don't know why. Sorry, but.
Oh my gosh, I just can't take the eggs, man. I eat eggs, but this is... Anyway, Justin.
What's wrong with the eggs?
Justin! Yes, Daniel.
I don't know what just stressed you out about eggs? Like, what?
Okay,
I
so
don't really like eggs,
yesterday, Justin was on his wet eggs with hot cross buns.
It wasn't that mad wet. I mean, soft. Like, there was soft, didn't it? Soft eggs.
And then it just gave me flashes of, like, you know, when you watch the I think it's Chinese. I don't want to be racist and get the nationality wrong, but this the Chinese noodle dishes, and it's just got like just an egg.
Oh yeah, sometimes
just an egg, just on it just thrown in there.
Yeah, I would say class that as Asian.
No, not egg, fried noodles. Fried noodles. And then you
put the egg just on top. It just sits.
Like a whole egg is just garnish.
But then Italians do that as well. Italians do that as well with pizza. There's certain pizzas that they have.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. In fact, I was on a pizza bacon course, and
no.
I was on a pizza bacon course, and this guy just like, "Has it all got an egg?"
Why?
Hold on, wait, one second. Did you just call it a Popeye pizza because it's got spinach in it? You just remembered spinach and you just named it Popeye by yourself, Justin.
No, there's pizza called Popeye pizza which got spinach on it. I think it's in Pizza Express. But there's the egg one's called something else.
No, because it's got the one you're talking about. It's got spinach and egg on it.
Yeah, I think it's called Popeye.
No, I think it's called Giuseppe.
Isn't Sloppy Giuseppe? That's the spicy beef one, mate.
A Giuseppe is one thing. A sloppy Giuseppe is like a sloppy Joe on a Giuseppe.
But there's no egg in either of them.
That's why they got different names. A Giuseppe. Oh, just Google it. We'll find out who's right.
I don't know what you, because you see the Popeye pizza thing though. What were you trying to say?
Popeye pizza, I felt like you just remembered that there's spinach in it, and because Popeye eats spinach, you felt like Italians would call their pizza Popeye.
I'm sorry, but you recorded audio separately.
No.
Okay.
That's right,
I
we've
thought we
got
discussed this at the beginning.
That was a whole, no. We're discussing you getting headphones because that's the whole point. If you want headphones, so that my voice isn't in your recording. But if you're not recording, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not. It doesn't matter. If you're not recording, you don't really need the headphones.
Mm. But I tried, and
it's cool. You're fine.
The thing
it's cool.
wasn't working.
All right.
I'm just looking for hot honey. Oh,
Focus, sir. Focus.
We're talking about Popeye.
Turn,
anyway, go on. Oh, sorry. Okay, cool. Poppy just happy. Okay. All right, cool. So, my next job. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, yes. Okay. So my next
you
job
have notes.
Yes.
Go on, man.
Am I not supposed to have notes?
We're supposed to be on a level playing field. I ain't got notes.
No, but what do you mean? You came up with your top 5 fruits. I wrote down my top 5 jobs.
I didn't know my top 5 fruits. I just came up with. I knew I had a faint idea because I discussed it before, but the idea was that I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to just tell you my job, my thing, and part of the joy is the figuring it out on the spot.
Right. So I thought what this was is that I think of my top 5 things, then I bring it to you guys, and you bring it. You basically decide if you're gonna put that into your special top 5 as well or not, and then we accumulate a top 5 between all of us.
Oh, that's
Fiorentina is the spinach egg one, by the way.
Okay, so which one? So, good job.
Thanks, man.
Okay, Justin.
Yes.
Job number 2.
My number 2 job is it's like a marketing graphic designer, all right? But anything that means that I can be able to create pictures digitally, essentially, for marketing purposes. Because I always quite thought it was interesting, people that kind of like come up with stuff like that. More so than artists, because they're coming from a different place. They're coming into the digital world, and then they're trying to find ways to market what they're selling. So yeah, something like that.
I have no comment.
I have no idea what the fuck that is, sir. Like you kind of explained it, and I kind of got the gist of it, but it was like
a graphic designer, basically.
A graphic designer for the purpose of marketing.
Yes.
A marketing graphic designer is what I've written down. That sounds like what you said.
Sounds right. I mean, I think it's a pretty shit job. Like, I mean, but it would be a job that I'd be like, wow, this is so cool. I am able to create and make this and make people buy this product based on what I've made. I think it's quite a powerful tool, that's all.
holy shit.
Sorry.
Time is all off, mate. You're like 3 months. Yeah. Basically, you can't be coughing like that at these times. That's
Yeah, I have.
Thanks. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Alright, man. Bobby might as well go, man. I have nothing to say about marketing graphic designer. That's a good job. I hope you get it.
What's the other job that I would be? I would like to do reviews. I didn't have this idea before, but if I could get paid to review things, it means I get to try things for free, and then I get to give my funny take back on it. Like I don't know if I'm going to say it anyway. I went to a sexual health clinic, and as the woman
as you
was,
should.
Yeah, every 3 months just to make sure. But yeah, I went there, and then we were having a conversation, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we've been getting bad reviews and stuff," and I was like, I don't understand why that would be the case. I did, and she was like, oh, well, if you could leave a review, and I was like, okay, so what's your name? And then I did a review, and then I found out a month later, 2,000 people had read my review of that sexual health clinic, and that's more than the views that I've got on fucking YouTube with my stupid videos. Like Justin showed me the other day. It was like, oh yeah, 100 views over 10 years. Yeah, so that's 10 per year average. But obviously I wasn't really pushing it or whatever. But I did the review. I was honest, and then I've done other reviews on other stuff. And some of the like people look to other people for their personal experience of such a product or a place or whatever. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was going to be like maybe 20 or 30 people would see it and be like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. But like 2,000, like I've got a whole email from Google telling me I'm a big deal. But, you know.
I don't know how your ability to review a business combined with your wanting to people please really works together. Like,
no, because I can be pragmatic.
Shit, but they're really trying.
Yeah, but I would put my personal spin on it. Like, I'm not trying to please people all the time. Like,
yes, you are.
Fuck you, sir. Like, you guys are my friends. Do you think I go out of my way to try and please you?
I'm sick of it.
Okay, noted, you little bitch. Noted. Remember you said that, innit? Remember you said that.
I mean, yeah.
No, you can't have our cross band, Daniel. You can only have one.
I don't do hot cross buns. That's a Justin thing, you prick.
Yeah, I like hot cross buns.
Me.
I've only got one left as well, left. I'm really upset about it. You don't understand. Remember, I gave 2 to Miriam yesterday morning. There's only one left. And it's just chilling. And I'm like, it needs a partner. I don't like eating things in one.
Okay.
It's true.
That statement has so many directions that we could go in.
I don't know.
You can't take the lead, Bob?
What? No, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not trying to make you happy by I don't like to eat things in ones.
No. Oh, I did.
No.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah.
What? You arguing with me when I'm quoting you?
No, it didn't sound right. Sorry.
Okay, so you sticking with that statement?
Yeah, I don't. I like to eat things like that are more than one. In pairs, maybe. Like 2 sausages. 2 fish.
Wow, you just said that, sir.
I was thinking of veggie sausages. I don't know what you're thinking of.
It doesn't matter.
I
want 2 sausages.
Like, that was good, but
I need another.
It's something about.
Oh yeah, I just ate pussy. I need 2 sausages in my mouth. That's what I thought when you said that. I have. When I eat pork, I eat them in whatever numeration they come in.
So the second job that I think I'd like to do.
because now we're just tiptoeing around sausage.
Oh, Bob, what was your number 2?
It was my number 2.
Oh, you said
you didn't
reviewer.
listen to me at all.
I did. You said reviewer.
He wants to be a reviewer because we got 2,000 reviews on something that he didn't realize.
No,
online
I
reviewer.
got 2,000 views. Like it's not about that. It was just like if I could get paid to be like a professional
It was a validation
reviewer.
that you were good at it, right?
No, it was a surprise that people paid attention to what I had to say, like my opinion.
That as well, but it's a validation that you're like, oh, I'm actually good at this shit.
Oh, I didn't think I was good at it. I was just surprised that, like, because I looked at the other reviews, and the rest of them hadn't been viewed before. But it was more a case of like it's a touchy subject. It's like buying if you want to use a pregnancy kit or whatever, but you don't know if it's going to be the best one, so you check out reviews before you purchase it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that people would read my review as much as they did for something so embarrassing. So it's like maybe I should be the embarrassing reviewer. Like, oh, I bought a dildo for my girlfriend. She said it was 8 out of 10. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Like, hopefully I don't have to do that.
If your reviews are like that, then I don't think you want to go into it. My second job
Dickhead.
is that do you know what? Okay, so I am in the middle of writing a script, but it's for a sitcom, and I've used for writing for film, and I write songs, and I do lots of writing. But I feel like it's separate. Writing for adverts. I see adverts and I screw. I get mad at the rubbish, poor attempts to create commercials. And I'd love to, because it's like a puzzle. Like we need to get this sold. We've got the components of film and audio or whatever, and actors and animation, whatever, and just writing bringing it all together to solve that issue of getting these products sold. I'd love to write those adverts. Yeah.
So you want to write for adverts?
Yeah, I don't know what to call it. Advertising writer, a commercial scripter.
So you'd be like a script editor or a script writer, essentially still.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
But
just
specifically for commercials, though.
You see, I think I have a feeling that they'd be like freelance script writers. So it's kind of like how actors, they're like, hey, do you want to be in this advert? Like, you got to audition and do this. Do you know what I mean? So the lines probably merge a bit, blur a bit.
Yeah. Because I think about that, like, I do promo right now, and there's almost all of us are doing other things and promos, like, on the way there.
Right.
And I wonder if there's a few people, that's all they do. They do promo, that's their job. And there's some people, it's just literally a career for them. They stick with the promo companies and do promo things. The way you describe it sounds like the way that I'm doing it, where I'm doing promo to supplement something else.
Yeah.
They get and do adverts writing to supplement their normal writing jobs they want to go on. What? It's a stepping stone. A career advertising script writer, a career commercial script writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Script
good.
writer for commercials, commercial script writer.
Commercial script writer.
We're going all the way around. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's number 3 for Justin now.
Yeah, number
It's
3.
number 3 for Justin.
Number 3 for me is a musician. I've always, from as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to do something with music and be a musician. I've always wanted to be able to play all the instruments. I've always wanted to be able to sing better than I already do. But like actually, but seriously, to like a real sublime level, like a level. But weirdly, I don't want the what do you call it? I don't really want the fame or whatever. I think I'd more enjoy the idea that I was super amazingly multi-talented, but not having to show it off all the time. So you might just see me in a random like pop-up open mic event, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah. But in that moment, you have seen one of the most beautiful things, and then you might see me again in another 5 months somewhere random. Do you know what I mean? Like without actually.
So you wanted to be like Sia, basically.
No, that's not what I was thinking about. I mean, not.
Because you said you don't want the fame, and she covered her face for the majority. Like she was never in her own music videos.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's,
she's still.
That
is the thing is, Sia is still famous. She just has the anonymity still. She manages to maintain her identity, like hidden identity, but she's still like famous. Like Batman's still famous, even though Bruce Wayne is not known to be him. He's still.
Bruce Wayne's famous as well, so that's
Bruce Wayne has fame through being Batman, even though no one knows who he is.
No, Bruce Wayne is the richest man in Gotham. So. Okay.
But I think just I'm
just gonna drop that out of my ear. I'm tired of your shit. I don't care what you have to say.
I think like I was gonna say, basically, I think there's something so beautiful and um, well,
Anyway, you seeing this light? What the fuck's going on? It's like he's having an epiphany. Carry on, Justin.
all right, cool. There's something so beautiful. No, joking. But there's something so beautiful about about creating music from absolutely nothing and from instruments around you, and the focus being on you being this kind of light of music, and people just being like, "Whoa," without necessarily having to dance up on stage and do stuff.
Oh, one sec. Have we lost Bonton?
Oh, I'm here.
He's just pressing. Were you getting bored? You decided to just press buttons.
No. I turned on my screen record.
Oh, how's that for you? All good?
I figured I might get a better picture than what comes through the recording.
Carry on, Just.
Keep going, Justin.
I think there's something quite quite.
I was having similar feelings about this fame. Like, it looks on the surface, looking at what I do and the way I go about it, looks like I really want to be famous. But I was like listening to, I can't remember who it was just last night as well, and they were talking about how their fans did this massive piece of art for them or something like that, and that sounded like pressure. Like I need to do something to be worthy of this, or deserve even to be deserving, or
Of
there's
the adoration.
a job I need to do to be of the love, because all I did was make some music, and you're responding to me like this. It sounds like I don't know if I want all that. I mean the money, it's useful, and the
financial stability is the goal, isn't it?
the access created by that notoriety, fame. I'd like that, but that idealism, is that the right word?
Idealism, yeah.
Yeah, idealism.
Or idolization.
It's uncomfortable, man.
Yeah,
I
because
think
when
it
they
takes
meet
away
you,
a little bit from the music as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you listening to what I'm doing, or are you just like in love with me?
Yeah. It's like
Because I put
100%.
effort into I'm putting effort into this musical stuff.
Yeah.
Can you listen to it, please?
yeah,
It's like, I mean, I know we were talking about earlier, like even with the whole Babyface Teddy Riley thing, one of the things I was noticing yesterday is that those songs, when they were made with such more like craftsmanship, right? The idea that you needed an intro, the idea that your first couple lines had to bang. Do you know what I mean? They had to mean something. So whatever the rest of the song is, just go back to the beginning and you'll know what this song is about. Like there was something they had like a formula. Both of them really did. And like I think nowadays you don't maybe hear or see that enough because people are forced to churn out music much quicker without essentially feeling the music and just actually having the moments of pure like, yes, this is the song I want to release or whatever, or this is what I'm going through, I need to share it. And people are forced to have experiences and therefore forced to make music and therefore not living up to what we've had previously. Which I think again it's tied in with the idea of fame, it's tied in with the idea of people liking the person more than what they're actually achieving. But yeah, I don't know. Musicians, up there for me, man. Just one day, man. Just 24 hours. I could just play an instrument and just be on the road, just on the street, a sunny day, and just come down and start just singing my heart out for no reason. That'd be incredible.
Yo, the pressure that's come with being a musician and wanting it to be the job. That feeling of wanting to just take my instrument and just go out and just do something with people in the street or something is so far away from everything I've been trying to do. But when it comes down to it, I would like to just do that. I just can't survive on that.
Yeah.
So I don't think about it at all. Like, just going out and playing. No, it's not enough. I've got to X, Y, Z.
at the moment. Like if you was to build up a fan base or whatever, and like free concert, only donations required. Just meet me at such and such a place. But if you've got the fan base to do that,
That's
but
the
then
thing, though,
that
because
comes with the idolization that he's
Yeah.
gonna be there. I'm gonna make sure I'm there as well. I have to be there. I have to get an opportunity. I'm gonna
that's
sing
what
for
the
an
problem
hour,
is.
take pictures for an hour.
That's the whole crew having to create the fame and the notoriety before I go and do that thing that's freeing is the problem. Yeah, I'll go and do that. I just can't think of that right now.
That was the dirtiest look. When you came in the room.
It's dinner time right now.
I'll come down later. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, baby.
Get the fuck out!
She ain't shut the door good, so I couldn't say that. Yo, I was gonna put contacts on for this episode, man. I keep catching light and you can't see my eyes.
Oh, you need to get those
don't know what's going on with me. The sun's just straight
the
on me.
privacy screen. I don't know. Like that's what I said when you were talking. It was like you were having an epiphany. It's like the lighting changed. You came back and you were just like, sometimes I just want to sing a song. I felt like there was going to be birds coming out of the bookcase or something like that.
See, his back end singers just start sliding in.
Wouldn't that be so dope? Like, what would you guys think if that just started happening? That'd be so dope. Like,
I would definitely hang up and I'd be like, why are your books coming to life? What kind of witch do you live with?
No, I'd be in awe.
You'd be in awe.
I would be in awe.
Oh, okay. It's A-W. I heard O-A-R and I was like, what?
That's it. You got number 3.
Why'd you like to shut people down? What the fuck, sir?
Oh,
I should repeat it so I can understand. No. Help me understand.
I repeated it. You understood. Then you went on to explain what you thought. Now it's time to move on.
Why don't you just let me be free, sir? You're trying to clip my wings.
You had your freedom.
Shut your mouth. It's time for me to talk. Dickhead. Number 3. What would I do? This is a toughie because I would work with my hands. I'd probably be a carpenter. Like, I really enjoyed building tables and like chopping down the wood, getting the measurements right, all that kind of stuff. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, there was a lot of hard work and maths and stuff and things that I didn't really think would apply to it that when I first discovered it.
You did that in GCSE, didn't it?
I did it at A-level as well.
Really?
I did a lot of random shit. Yeah, it was called Resistant Materials in my school.
Oh yeah, of course, me too.
But yeah, like
I got a U in DT, by the way, just for I thought I'd let you know. A whole U. So you realise why I love everything creative. A whole U. I made a scarab beetle as well. I had all like the history and stuff, but everything like it just looked shit.
Oh.
And then I could, like they'll be like, okay, cool, you got to just draw a box and then draw your scarab beetle in this like 3D form, and then I lost it. That was it. So I can't do that. What am I gonna do? Just draw boxes. No, wrong way, Justin. Okay, well, sorry. I tried.
All right. Well, maybe you try again. It's never too late.
I'm probably better now actually at art than I was as a kid.
Well, yeah, I just feel sad now. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like,
Go on, sorry.
I got a whole U, and I was like, ugh.
What did you get, bro?
What did I get? I got an A for my coursework and a B. No, I got A for my coursework. Daniel, you dickhead. Daniel just came in with the stick, It wasn't even a spoon. It was like, oh my God. I got a B for my coursework, the writing part, and then I got an A for my project.
Does that mean you got a B?
I got a B overall, yeah.
Yeah, people who do that. I do that as well. No. I got an A for this part over here,
Yeah, no,
What did
because
you
the
get?
part that
What did
matters.
you get?
The part that
I got a
matters.
B for that over there, and I got an A for that over there. So you figure it out.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, my child's 13 weeks old. Just shut your mouth, dickhead. It's okay. Let it be ambiguous.
Okay. I'm with you. No, I got there. Justin, it's cool. We're there.
Okay. Yeah.
I got it,
Okay.
man. It's cool.
Okay.
Yo, do you know what?
Go on, it again.
I'm gonna be a carpenter too.
Fuck off. Don't try and join in with me after
Carpenter.
you shut down my dreams.
Nobody shut down your dream.
It's so interesting that you
I
said
would-
that part.
What?
No, that's all right. I'll let you know later. When it's my turn.
Don't wait till your turn. Say it now. What are you saying?
No, it makes sense because then I had to go on to the fourth job. That's why.
Oh, I did that yesterday as well. Yo, you want to put carpentry as well?
No, no. Go on. No, please. I want to actually hear. I want to
Okay,
hear what you say
fine.
first.
All right.
I want to hear what you say first.
Yeah. What's the word? Forget the word.
Jesus.
When you,
Nothing. Carry on.
Shit. Okay. I really, I want that word. When you do something and then the results are there. Just the cathartic. I see catharsism. Is it catharsism? I just look the art of carpentry looks very cathartic to me, and joinery and all of that stuff that comes in carpentry. It all just amazes me. And I follow a page called World of Artists on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's World of Artists. And there's lots of they do a lot of it comes up. People doing really artistic things with their carpentry. The fact that I'm a musician, I play keyboard and I play guitar and stuff. I'm a very handsy person. Ask the wife, and
Whoa. I'm a very handsy person. Ask my wife.
Yeah, man. Just making things, just the pride in having this was made by me. You know, I have that with music and stuff, but something tangible, something a little bit more tangible, something I don't have to press play for or to request to be performed.
Do you feel that same satisfaction with IKEA products?
After you put it together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because you didn't do everything else because everything was set up for you.
They're like, there's no way I was doing this without the manual. and yeah, it was all cut up into the right shapes for me. I mean, I love puzzles, so there's that aspect of it that's really like cathartic, but not like a bit of carpentry, mate. No, it's not the same, is it?
Yeah, when you get when you're shaving off the little bits, and it's just like, yeah, this is
really
me
being a man
doing
about
this.
it.
It was like, oh yeah, let's get some resin. What's resin? I don't know. Let's do something with it. I think the most exciting thing for me was like almost losing the possibility of losing a finger. Like you have to do some dangerous shit in order to get the things that you need. Like everything else, like IKEA and stuff, someone else has done that. They've got a machine that's probably made it super safe. But when it came to making the chessboard, I had to use like the blade saw, and it was like at first they wouldn't let me use it. But I was like, I've watched you do this X amount of times. I'm not gonna fuck it up. And then when I was actually putting through the pieces myself to make the chess table, it was like, holy shit. Like, I felt so alive because I was like, I could lose a finger and never finger anybody ever else again.
Do you know what? The aspect of carpentry that is irreversible in the art that I make, I fully utilize undo and erasers, cut and paste. But in the real world of carpentry, there's no such thing.
You fuck it up, you fucked up. You start from the beginning, do it again.
And that terrifies me, like wasting wood. I hate wasting wood.
Whoa.
Ask the missus.
Whoa, what is going on? Is this about subliminal messages for your lady when she watches?
Can't waste it, baby.
Well, it's here. You know, should probably do something with it.
I hate waste. I can't stand wasting things at all.
If it's left over, it's mine.
A little inside joke there.
Very.
Yeah, so that scares me, like, because you cut away a piece of wood and it's the wrong size, and well, gotta go and get another piece and start again. But that is something I'd like to work on, so that would be perfect to get myself to a position where I am. It's much like performance as well. That's one side of the art, creating the art and using the tools to cut away and undo and stuff. That's one thing. But getting on stage, you can't take that back. You do it right, or you do it wrong, and that time is gone. Your impression's been made, and I really enjoy that. But that's because I've been up to practice.
You know what? Honestly, I'm really considering it because I haven't talked about it. I really miss it. Like the interlocking shapes and stuff, the finished product, all of that. I really miss all of that craftsmanship. Might go to college, re-up on my carpentry. So what is that your fourth? Is that your fourth one, Daniel?
Third one.
No, that's my third. It's Justin's fourth.
So, my fourth one, as I said to you, I wrote these down before. But my fourth one is, so I've been obsessed with a TV show recently called, I want to say...
You're obsessed with it, but you don't know what it's called.
You know what? You'd be really surprised here. This happens to me a lot, you know. It really does, because I think it's part of... I think the reason is because...
You know the show, but you don't care for the name.
And I want it to be correct as well. Like, it's weird. So, like,
describe it to us. See if we can help you.
Well, no, I know what it's called now, because I've just Googled it. It's called Forged in Fire, okay? Now,
that's a sick show. That's a sick show. I discovered that through Nathan. Did you discover it through Nathan?
No, I don't think so.
I remember you was watching it on Discovery Channel where they make the swords and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
you got
I
a
mean,
bunch
recently, like about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you only discovered it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I haven't seen it before. So, because I was just watching this guy going, "It will kill," and like slicing up these like fake gelatine bodies. Go, what's this? Then I watched a little bit, and then I was like, I watched the whole episodes, and then I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like, I just like the idea, firstly, that it's a kind of like a forgotten art. Kind of like they talk about the people who take dents out of your car, like they suction out the bits of where if your car just gets a dent. There used to be whole people who would do that job manually and whatever, but those jobs are gone now because of the amount of like the cheap repair prices for cars. It's like, well, if your bonnet's smashed up, we'll just get another bonnet. Do you know what I mean? They don't have those people because people don't take care of their cars like they used to as well. People that have cars for 10, 15 years and all that kind of stuff, you'll have it higher purchase, whatever. So this watching Forged in Fire, I was just like, this is amazing. These guys, a lot of them just randomly live in the country and stuff, and they have their own like ovens and things that they work with. And watching how much detail and how they are so particular in creating this weapon of mass destruction, essentially. Like it really appealed to me. And I was like, man, I'd love to be a forger. But again, this doesn't surprise me because I know I like to create things that the concepts are already there. You know, I don't know if I ever told you about like I love to be able to draw, but I like editing because editing is like drawing with pictures already there, so you can kind of place them all together. You know, and I feel like I'm a lot like that as well. In a lot of things that I create, I just like putting things together and piece it and going ta-da. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so Forged in Fire, yeah, that really got me, man. All the axes, the swords, and the idea that no one really needs them anymore. I think that's the mad thing as well. Who's gonna need loads of swords
the thing is,
and shields and stuff right now? It's like it's not the time.
But it might be. Like in the current times, they might be. What are you talking about? They might, what? Like when people run out of bullets, they're gonna need weapons.
No, technology's taking that out, bro. And the thing is, people will make weapons out of whatever they have. Like guns are everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? People can have access to guns as much as they like. So to go backwards to having swords and stuff like that, it's just it'll be. I don't know how it would happen.
I would argue that we were moving away from swords and moving away from guns, and heading towards bacteria and viruses.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then
bio stuff.
once that gets people, we'll be like, what do I need a gun for? Do you know what I mean? I could just sneeze in his face. You know, so like, it becomes that kind of process. It just keeps escalating. So everything else gets done out. So, yeah, that's why I thought it was quite intriguing to me that they're still making them. They have the passion for it. They have the history behind it, but they're going to hang it on their walls. Or they're going to bring it to a game show where it smashes up. Like, yeah.
Sometimes they sold them. Sometimes they sold them to like fanboys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they make them to specifications. But what I really enjoy about that show, which made me want to watch it, was when they do the fine ones, like a kitchen knife, like that, like I don't know, is it sashimi knife?
Mm-hmm.
Would they have to finely slice the thing, but they have to make sure that the blade has the good integrity. Yeah.
Justin, what's the name of this job that you just spoke about?
A forger.
Oh, okay.
Is it a forger? Is it a blacksmith? Is it what?
Blacksmith,
I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose blacksmith is probably better.
Yeah, but that's a very interesting show that you should probably check out yourself, Daniel.
I really like the way you passively just told Justin he was wrong. I mean, is it a forger or is it a blacksmith?
No, because they do different things. That wasn't passive,
so
dickhead. Look, Daniel just comes in with the stick every time.
It's funny you say that because weirdly, when he does that, he doesn't let it not be known that he's doing that. If that makes sense, I actually think he's trying to figure that out a little bit himself as well. Or maybe.
Yeah, that's it, dickhead. Is it a wizard? Is it a witch? I don't know. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you should think no. When I think he's wrong, we all know.
Yes, it's a blacksmith, or what they call them on the show is a farrier. Oh no, farriers are the horses. No, yeah, it's a blacksmith. Yeah,
what?
No. So there's this guy who was making horseshoes, and I never heard the word
before, okay.
And they called him a farrier.
Holy shit,
farrier! Bro, why is it always something popping outside your house?
I don't know. This woman chasing after a dog who's chasing after her, a man. He's running for his life and she can't control the dog.
I've been that guy. Yo, there was one time I was coming home. I went out to get the chips. I was on my rollerblades. I was like 11. Went out to get the chips and came back. And there was a fence. The fence was taller than me. And this dog just ran from its gate towards the fence. So I started taking off. I look back and I see the dog leap over the fence that was bigger than me and then chase me. And I was running around in a circle with my chips and it was chasing me in a circle. And then when you ride a bike or you rollerblade and you turn by leaning? I was turning so hard that I spun in a circle and ended up just lying down on the floor. And as the dog was here, the owner grabbed him.
I don't know why I've never heard this story.
Why
I feel like you're mildly traumatized. Did she just sneak in the room?
Yes. Baby. Daddy? No, go. No, leave.
Is that Bobby?
Baby. Yes. Bye. No, you're not going. You need to go.
The joys of parenthood.
Bye.
Yeah, no, when you said that, Justin, when you said the guy was a furrier, and you said, oh, no, that's horses. And I was like, what? So you went from making swords to making horses? I was so confused. I was like, what?
No, it's horseshoes. But, there was a challenge where they made knives out of basically horseshoes and two pleats of metal. And then, it was just so interesting. Do you know what? I think there's something with my brain, right? of where when it learns things that people just know, right? So I'd look at a horseshoe and be like, oh, that's its final place. You know, it's a horseshoe, it's a U-shaped and whatever. My mind can't compensate the idea of having to undo the horseshoe shape to create something new out of it. Because it's so strong, because it's so metal, and because I can't do it, I suppose. It's just in my head, it's just it's really difficult to try and change that and go, wow, of course you could make a knife out of that. if you had the skills and talent and the know-how. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like how there's a lot of things like I have with that. Like, I remember it used to confuse me about the idea of someone diving into water from if the higher height you go, the more likely you were to die. And I just never understood. I was just like, but it's water. How can it not? How can someone just not slip into the water and be all right? But then obviously when you learn about it and how the process, you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Wow, that's how people get ripped to shreds when they jump from stupid heights. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
It's yeah.
That just reminds me of the first time I belly flopped. I was just like, woof. This is not an experience I want to experience again. And that wasn't even at a high height. So when people fall off a cliff, you've never belly flopped, Daniel?
Nope. I don't play with water like that, man.
You said water like it was a gangster. I don't play with water like, you know, right?
No, because Bruce Lee was right. You have to flow like water. When water is in the cup, it becomes the cup.
Arit.
Your fourth
job number 4.
Okay, I think mine would be...
Nope.
What?
Yes, you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yes, it's your turn.
Well, I don't understand. Why are you just such a hater?
Don't let me interrupt you, man. Don't let me interrupt you.
Mine would be to be an artist. Like when we were in school, we had to pick between one of the 3 expressive arts because being able to do all of them.
You mean like a visual artist? Like a painter?
Like a painter, sketch artist, like someone that can draw properly. Because I wanted to do drama, music, and art, but they all happen at the same time.
Choose.
Yeah. It's like choose your favorite child, and that's it.
But I love all of them. Choose.
Yeah. Like I thought about the musician one, but I feel like I can still do music as just like a hobby. Like incorporate into what I do with the comedy and stuff like that. And
do you know what? The way Justin spoke about music, you didn't sound like you needed it to be a job. It sounded like you just needed to be able to play instruments.
You're talking to me?
But then,
Justin, you did not sound like you wanted to earn any money. It sounded like you just wanted to be able to do it. Kind of.
I know that sounds almost, but that's what I mean. It was kind of like doing it to a place where you're formidable.
What the fuck is that? Hold on.
Oh, it's Amira's mum outside. Sorry. Do you know what? I'm just oblivious to all noises.
What was that? Is she playing a didgeridoo? What the fuck is that?
Okay, alright, it's a motorbike. No, there's a motorbike. A motorbike just passed by my house.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm hearing a bunch of weird, like purge-like sounds.
Yeah. Can you hear it now? Yeah.
A little bit less. It's less.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it was the more magic of music more than
the it being the job that replaces.
Yeah. What I felt from what Justin was saying was more like being a musician rather than just being a singer. Like a bunch of people can sing.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I got that aspect of it, but we're being asked what job we would do if we weren't doing the jobs we were doing. Justin didn't sound like he wanted a job. He sounded like he wanted an ability.
But to be able to be paid for what you enjoy, that's.
He spoke about going outside and doing it for free.
I did.
But
I think it's still a job. It doesn't mean because it's not that highly paid, or I wouldn't have got highly paid. Doesn't mean it's not a job.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Like, I'm not trying to take it out of the list or anything like that. It did sound like you weren't getting paid at all. So,
do you know what? I think it's one of those things where like you don't even think of money. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't have to. Because
you see, okay. So you're
like, so it's not about
so you sound like
stuff. You could just like roll up in places and just do it because you want to, because you feel your heart is
no, you actually sound like a musician already, just like without the ability to do it, because that's what
Take it off the list then. He's a musician already.
Yeah.
Most musicians like feel that way. Like I just like every time I quit music, I still make music.
Mm.
So the money is irrelevant. I'm going to do this anyway, but I need to make some money, and I'd like it to be my job. I should put musician on my list because I'm not earning no money.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you can't. If I can't do comedy, you can't do music. Fuck off.
So it's not on my list. What, Bob? What was your fourth? Did you say anything yet?
Artist, and nobody listened to me. Shit.
I did.
Yeah.
Did. I thought, yes, I agree.
do you have a specific aspect of it, or do you want to be across the board, just in the?
I wanna be able to like. I really love comics. Not even just like.
So would you illustrator?
No, because I wouldn't want it to be just limited to that. I want to be able to have that capability, but I want to be able to do like canvases as well, and like I want to be Stan Lee. I want to be Banksy. I want to be Van Gogh. I want that kind of artist you saw. And as a job, like in the same way Justin was talking about, you do it because you love it, not for the money. Most of these paintings become more expensive when you're dead, when you can't earn from it. So if you leave a legacy for your children or something and they can earn from it, fair enough. But I wanna be able to do a whole Marvel comic and then a DC comic and then do some anime as well and then do a canvas here and then do a whole what's the one when they do a whole wall?
A drawing.
Dickhead. A mural, you dickhead. He's such an idiot.
Out of interest, do you guys watch Black as Fuck?
Yes, and I can't even argue with it. I am Kenya.
I feel like I'm Kenya too. It's weird. You're more Kenya than I am.
I mean,
I understand why you say that. Yeah. Sorry.
I haven't watched it.
But yeah,
I can see you as Kenya.
Oh. Thanks, man. It's really a compliment. Like, it really is.
Do you know what? I can see it as a compliment, but at the same time, I'm seeing his parenting and realizing I'm Kenya and thinking I might need to actually change.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can go on this way.
I think Nick will love it as well, but he hasn't watched it, I take it.
Yeah, I'd probably watch it if I wasn't getting constantly interrupted during me talking about.
The reason I brought it up was because it was the whole. I thought you'd seen it, so then you'd be able to understand. But like the whole picture on the wall thing.
No. You asked the question. You asked the question. Don't tell me about the show. I'm gonna fucking watch it still at some point, but I haven't watched it yet. But you interrupted me. You asked the question. And then I didn't respond, and then you guys went off on a tangent. It's like, oh my god, yeah, you're Kenya. Oh, yeah, you're a little bit more Kenyan than me. And it's like, I'm still fucking talking, guys. What the fuck?
FOMO's mad, isn't it?
Oh, you feel this is FOMO? Like I don't have the same fucking Netflix that you do. You prick. Daniel, what's your thing? Shut the fuck up. No, there's nothing about FOMO in this moment, because if I'm talking and you interrupt me to have your own conversation, how is that fear of missing out? That's just me being neglected and being disrespected and all of the acted. So, fuck off. Daniel, your turn.
You know when you don't understand something, but you keep smiling and nodding until it starts becoming clear what this person's talking about. Like Justin says FOMO, and I was like... and I was just waiting. It's gonna come out. Fear of missing out. Yes! I'm with you. I get it.
That would explain the delayed laughter. Cool.
I'm on number 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you call it? Software developer.
What, like making
software development, making apps, making games, making software. The whole it's another puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about the logistics, the logic. Sorry, the whole putting the pieces together.
Wait. Can we just find out what word you're trying to say? The what? The logic or the logistics?
Logic.
The what?
Okay, so I would assume the word would be a logistics, but then I see the word logistics used exclusively for transporting things from one place to another. So I don't use it in the place where I think it should be used, because I've not actually checked the dictionary to see what logistics actually means
isn't
yet.
about transporting though.
Whenever I see it used, it's all about getting product from one business to another or one place to another.
Yeah, or knowing the plan, like the map out of how things are. So logistically,
Definition.
how do you get to somewhere?
The detailed organization and implementation of a complex operation. So logistics of
Well, me and Sean. That's basically what Sean like.
what? the logistics of building an app. The logistics of building an app is a sensible sentence. So feel free to use it.
Yeah,
okay.
That makes sense.
Excellent. You guys are a supportive group, and I appreciate that you letting me join you in this conversation. Filming the logistics in the coding and stuff like that. All the different bits that can get together to create a application, a game. I mean, a game's an application. Software developer. I almost, do you know what? In secondary school, before I decided to go into the arts, I was going to be a software developer. That was going to be it. That was it. I was going to, because I was cool with I loved computers. You tell it what to do, it does it, or it doesn't, and you got to figure out why it didn't do it, and it's probably your fault. It's not the computer's fault.
Similarly, yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I get that. I thought that's what the direction you were going to take when, like, I thought you was going to make your own, like, PlayStation with electronics and then move on to other stuff. But there's still the opportunity.
We're on our fifth one, by the way, guys.
1, 2... I'm on my fourth. I'm the last one, though.
Have you not done it?
I've not done my fourth yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what's your fourth?
Software developer. Shame I have done it.
Dickhead. I thought you did it already, and I was just like...
I was just like, I wonder what he's going to say.
Because I didn't type it, it didn't happen.
It's not the computer's fault, it's your fault.
Alright, final one.
Number 5. So number 5. This is actually my number one job in what I would have loved to do if I had all the attributes, etc., etc.
Fluffer.
No. And it is a spy. I've always wanted to be a spy.
Oh shit!
Always wanted to be a spy.
Mate, you opened the doors to. I didn't even think about spies.
Like I've always felt like I was a spy, and I felt like someone was going to tell me one day, and like just some undercover agent, and they're going to open up and be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh no, wait! You thought you were a sleeper cell?
Yeah, like a sleeper cell. That's it. I've always thought I was a sleeper cell. I've always thought that one day, because I used to do these things.
No, he never got the job and was just scared he was going to get caught.
Like, it's so funny. Like, do you guys know what Mensa is? Mensa.
The Mensa Association, the people, the group.
Yeah, so there was, on the back of newspapers, there used to be like these cutouts of a thing called like a Mensa test your IQ thing, right? So you would do it and send it off to them, and then they will send you back saying, "Oh, like welcome to the Mensa Society because your IQs are part this level or not," right? So I remember my dad used to do it. My dad was like really good with numbers and stuff, so he would do it and whatever. Yeah. But then one time I did it, and I got gassed because they sent me in the post a whole Mensa pack of like, man, this is like the memories just coming now. So like this Mensa pack, I'm like, well done, your IQ is over this level, so you are invited to Mensa. And I was like, what? This is it. This is how I become a spy. Like I really believe that was the beginning stages of me, because now I'm on their roll, right? I said they're gonna know about me, so they're gonna start tapping into like who I am and stuff, or they're gonna just bump into me one day and go, I hear you're looking for a chicken. Like, what the heck? What chicken are you talking about? Like, and then it would just build, but it just never happened. So every time I've always thought, maybe I'm sleeping.
Or did it happen and you forgot because you're sleeping?
Well, this is it, mate. And I had a thing about birthdays as well. Like, okay, cool. Maybe my 18th birthday. That's when I'm going to start opening up and stuff.
What, did you think he was like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and your powers would activate?
Do you know what? Boom. You laugh, right? You laugh. But that is a hell of a lot of a key reason why I believe that, okay? Because it always used to make... I always watch that game. Bruh, before she was 18, she didn't have a clue. Even though all her sisters were doing all witchery stuff and all stuff around. She never had an idea. And when she 18 came and she got the powers, I was like, that's it. That's what's going to happen to me. I can't wait. So yeah, Spy has always been on my books, man. Always.
I've thought about that myself. I'm not gonna lie. Like I used to walk around Vauxhall hoping they would notice me. Just be like, hey guys, it's like just waving at every camera I can see. Hey guys, I know you do stuff in there. Just hi, I'm available.
I'm disappointed that I don't think of that. I feel like ashamed that I've never even thought that. I mean, I have thought it, but I don't think it.
No, you probably think about it after you watch a movie or something, but then after the fact, it's just like, oh, okay, cool, back to real life now.
Let's go and be a dad.
Yeah, all the dads. What, 4 children? How about 14?
Yeah, I was watching a split screen isolated video like we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 3 Asian guys, like doesn't know who they are, but one of them, they kept on talking about him like he had 1 million kids. One of them said 11, the other one said 16, and then when it came down to it, he said he only had 4 children. But that's the way everyone speaks about me with my 4 children. I literally thought he had like 11 children. Everyone talks to me like I have 27 children. I have 4 kids.
Bruh,
But that's more than the average. That's more than the average.
Oh, you gotta watch it, dude, man. You gotta watch it. It's joke.
Yeah, I will. I started watching it. I saw the little girl doing her little video and like, my dad made these TV shows, blah blah blah. And then I was just like, all right, cool. And then I got interrupted, and I just haven't gone back to it.
I had a hard time with it when I first started watching it. It just seemed a bit silly.
There's a slow builder, and it's kind of like breaking the fourth wall in the sense that they're talking about him having made Blackish, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't say that's the reason why issue I had, but yeah, that's not.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like they're in a world outside of the world that's in a world.
Yeah, but what I've realised it's literally a commentary on the industry that he works in, and him being one of the commentators. So he's using everyone as a mouthpiece to voice things of how he feels, and it's actually really, really clever, really clever. And that's why I was like, and I only got it by about maybe episode 3, and I was like, holy shit, this is what he's doing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but then that's what Blackish does as well. Blackish it brings attention to the issues that Black people generally have in life. Like even if you're successful or not, like you could have a husband and a wife and sensible children, but you're still gonna have Black-ish problems.
I think like everything that he says and does is almost like his meanderings. Like even like I don't want to spoil anything, but like even like you know when
you can't spoil it. I watched Star Wars episode 4, 5, and 6 before I watched 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so he calls his kids dickheads, isn't it? And it got me the first time I heard it. I was but it's because he's thinking. He's thinking to himself, why is he behaving like a dickhead? Why are you such a dickhead? Like, and that's how he wants to kind of almost say it to them and wants to treat them. But I think it's more,
and he does.
Yeah, and he does. And I don't think it's the more the language of what he's saying. I'm calling him a dickhead. I don't think it's that at all. I actually think he's looking at it from his spectacle, his whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and just being like, he's a dickhead. My child is the dickhead. I can't believe it. Like, how
I know Daniel's definitely called his kids dickheads before.
Yeah, my sister
tell me I'm wrong, Daniel. Please tell me I'm wrong.
They've never heard me call them dickhead.
But you said
that's the only difference. The only difference between me and Kenya is that my kids don't hear me say those things about them.
But you do say it.
Like,
I say those things. Why is she being such a bitch?
Yeah, like I need to watch the show. Just so I can be on the same page. But I feel like I would call my kids dickheads anyway, because if you're someone I care about and you're being stupid, like I have to stop myself calling Nathan a dickhead all the time. But like when he's playing a game and I'm like, that was a stupid idea, dickhead. But I have to stop that stupid idea. Like, he's old enough to hear it, but he shouldn't hear it from me, being responsible. He will hear it from his friends when they're playing, and I hear him cussing and going back and forth, and I'm just like, I really want to get in on this. I would tear some of you down.
Dad.
Yeah, because when I hear him going back and forth, I'm just like, yeah, you're not shooting them shots like you need to hurt someone, take them down. But sometimes, oh my gosh, sometimes I hear him, I'm just like, good fucking job. That was a good one. That was a nice play. I'm just in bed like, yeah, you got this. You got this. Like, it was more when he was playing Fortnite. That's when all the smack talk came about. But yeah, let's go. Back on topic.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sure, Tom.
It's me? Oh, shit. I didn't think that through.
Stall a bit longer.
Final job. Okay, the spy was a really good one. Final job.
Do you just sneeze over your elbow?
No, I coughed into my arm.
Yeah, mate, your mouth was way high. I saw this. So like, what's he playing back over? What's more now?
Final job. If I wasn't doing what I was doing, I would. I would work for a charity. It wouldn't probably be the most lucrative in terms of finance, but like if I could just and this goes back to my first choice as well. If I could just do things for other people, like having the title of charity means there's no assumed ulterior motives. Like I just like to help people. I like to make people feel comfortable.
It's just about pleasing people, as you know, in a professional.
Yeah, and sometimes I want to help people, and it's like, oh, you're scared of me because I'm a black man, but I was just trying to help you with your shopping because I can clearly see you struggling. You can't take that pram up the stairs. I just want to help you. But me, like, if I don't have a badge that says, "Hey, I'm a professional do-gooder," like,
I think the black guys with moustaches, with beards or no moustaches, are scarier than the ones with moustaches.
How about you shut your dirty mouth, dickhead?
I hear where you're coming from.
I'm glad you tripped up when you started abusing me because it didn't bang as much as it would have. Like what? Like I've got an evil villain face because I don't have a mustache. Fuck off. No, like I would love to work in a charity, but like my only issue with that is there's so many people that use charities for ill-gotten gains and like money laundering and stuff like that I don't know which charity it would be unless I started my own one. And
well, that's the course, isn't it? You got to start your own stuff.
Yeah,
that's the path.
But I feel like all of these things, just before you get onto your one, Daniel, all of these things, like if we weren't doing what we were doing, what would we do? You in the beginning, you took away all the things that you were already doing, but you weren't doing it at like 100% capacity. But you're still doing them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like once we're in a comfortable position, we could all do all of these things that we want to do in a small capacity, just like what you're doing right now.
Time is the only issue, and not like the time from now till then, but the amount of time that all the things that I want to do takes. Can I also be a dad and a husband and do all of those and these extra jobs as well?
You said it many times. You've got a mum. Go talk to her. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, Daniel. You don't have to be a dad. You've been a dad.
Know what? My list isn't even that broad. I could do all of this stuff, to be fair.
It's just about it's about sacrifice. The sacrifices in time that you'd have to make in terms of your family would be where you do those things that you don't generally do, right?
What do you mean?
Like, in order to do all
Be
of the
less
things...
of a dad so that I can do these things.
Yes, that's what you'd have to do.
Okay, all right.
Or do you disagree?
No, I agree with you. That's what would have to happen. It's not going to though.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting you do that. I think that's stupid. You've got
It sounds
amazing
like you were
kids.
suggesting that I sacrifice dadship.
I would never do that. I know how much being a father means to you. And one day when I grow up, I'm going to be like you. Was that a laugh or a fart, Justin? I don't know what that was.
It's like a fart that came through his throat.
Oh, can I just tell you guys? Yesterday, I hadn't spoken to anyone for hours. I was starting to smell my breath inside. Like, that morning breath, it was building up, but I wasn't talking to anyone. So it was internally. So I was breathing it out and I was smelling it on the way back in. It was such a shameful feeling. Such a shameful feeling. That if other people have to deal with this, then I can't really judge, like, seeing the kind of shit or the people that...
Don't call people's name. I'm trying to put this out. Don't call people's name.
Just bleep it. No, but I understood. It was just like I've been quiet for so long, and now I can smell my own morning breath with my mouth closed. Sorry.
It's like, this is now you're talking.
No, not right now. Yesterday.
Your breath stinks now.
No, yesterday.
It's funny because there's a green box that comes around your thing every time you speak.
I'm about to punch you. Oh my gosh, I really want to email you a punch in the face. What's your last joke?
Yo, so I have this guilt that I feel being in the creative and entertainment industry. So there's this feeling of like an urge, or this feeling of responsibility. Like, I'm an intelligent guy. I should be like really like a doctor or, you know, an activist or something, like just working hard to right the wrongs of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say basketball player.
Wow, you prick. You took us down a whole different road.
Okay, Space Jam. Nice. Why?
A basketball player.
You're the worst basketball player ever. But if you try, you can do it. You can do it. Have you seen him lay up? No, we played basketball, all of us together. Oh, no, Justin, you're pretty bad as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. Yeah. And it's funny because in school, they just assumed I was good. It always used to make me laugh.
Oh, Justin, you're black. You should be good. No, I play rugby. I play rugby. That's my sport.
I love that they threw the ball at Justin and he just didn't lift his hands in time and it hit him on his chest and it was like, I don't want to play.
And then they would just be like, but this is what you people do.
I'm a great catcher. I can catch like quite a lot of things. It's just the coordination skill in it all. Nah, it's all over. Can't do that shit.
I feel like
it's taken me a long time to actually admit that to myself, if I'm honest.
I feel like we've made breakthroughs today. So Daniel,
I want to be a basketballer. I want to be a basketball player. I'm over that. Do you know what? I said that because I wanted to be a basketball player, and I'd held on to it for that much time. It's just that in that whole world of things that I should probably be doing to help that world, I don't actually want to be doing any of them. So I have no idea what this fifth job is.
Philanthropist with the money that you earn from somebody's will.
That's mine, no.
No.
Go on, pick something.
Thriends, brought to you by Ray and Nephew, proud sponsors of the podcast. I'm giving you time to talk so there's not dead air, dickhead.
Yo, sugar baby. Let me just take care of some old woman
Oh,
with
wow.
riches.
All right. Do that.
Let me get a sugar mama. I mean,
Look, I'm going to tell you now, it's not what you think it is.
what is it?
It's not the
Talk me out of my dreams. Go
it's
on.
not the slice of pie that you want it, you imagine it to be. There's expectations. You ask for a Casio and they get you a Rolex, and then they expect something in return, and it's just like, oh, I just wanted a £5 watch, and then you brought me this thing. I'm gonna take it, but I don't want the responsibility that comes with accepting it. And then you're gonna
I want that responsibility.
Okay, so you're gonna be a sugar baby with a family.
You see. Yeah, you make a good point there. That's the one thing that's really going to get in the way of this sugar baby.
He's like, oh yeah, where you going? Daddy's going to work. What do you do at work, Daddy? Shut your dirty mouth. Ask me what I do.
But aren't you also mixing realities by doing that?
Yeah, I can't exist in both of those realities.
Yeah, I think the whatever. Like, this is just my opinion.
Okay, look, all right.
Whatever Daniel's doing, he has a family. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. I have a family. There's no way around that. I'm going to keep it as well. The explanation. Okay, architect, definitely. I have a brother who's an architect. Funnily enough.
It's a good job. Shit, forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be a spy, but I'm not going to go for that. I should be an architect, and it's a lot of the same reasons why I spoke about carpentry. Like, just it's less with my hands, it's more in design. So it's like combining the carpentry with like the software development stuff, where you're just like, putting the work in, the details together, and drawing and sketching and whatever, and getting a building that does what I want it to do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't explain it very well, but it looks great. What's the word? Grand Designs. Love that show.
Yeah,
love that show.
Is it more the transformation of an old beat up place into a phenomenal beauty?
No, I don't care about where it came from. It's always about where it ends up. I love it.
So even if it was just a patch of land and they built it from scratch, that's what you appreciate. Most
def. Yo, empty bed, nothing there. Great. And turn it into something just where the places where the things that the interesting designs that I've seen in the buildings that come up in Grand Designs, I want to be all in. I'd love to be a part of that. All right.
It's a good one. Well done.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ooh.
All right. So we rolling out for today.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Appreciate it.
What's good, people? How you doing? Yes, thank you so much for watching and enjoying our madness, it seems. And if you enjoyed even more and want to see even more of it, then subscribe. Subscribe. Sub, what does that mean? Under Latin, yes, scribe means right. Under right, yes, that means you accept our nonsense. I'm on a swing.